This is showing how to complete lesson 4.3. We started this yesterday, but you'll need to finish this today. So the first step here, like for number 1, you need to see that it is 4 to the power of 5 times 4 to the power of 2. So you take the 4 to the power of 5, that's what these 5 spaces for these parentheses are, because you're going to be multiplying 4 by itself 5 times. So you'd write 4, and you'd write that 5 times. Then you have 4 to the power of 2, and then you're multiplying by 4 to the power of 2. That's why there's 2 spaces for 4s there. So you'd end up with a total of 4 to the power of 5 plus 2, which will give you 4 to the power of 7. The next one would be done similarly. So it's 8 to the power of 3, so you'd write 3 eighths. And then 8, but you don't see an exponent, but you can assume that there's a 1 there, because it's to the power of 1, so you'd write 1/8. So that would be 8 to the power of 1, 2, 3, 4. The next one is for division. So remember, for division, you need to subtract the exponents, because 4 to the power of 5 would mean that there's 5 4s on the top and 2 4s on the bottom. So 2 from the top and the bottom would cancel each other out. So you're basically subtracting 5 minus 2 and getting left with 3. The next one is similar, but I'll skip on to number 5. So this is multiplying a power to a power. So for this one, it's writing 4 squared 3 times. So you're writing 4 squared once, twice, and 3 times. Just like it shows there, you're writing what's inside the parentheses 3 times. So it ends up being 4 to the power of 2 plus 2 plus 2, or 4 to the power of 2 times 3, which will be 6. So you're doing this 3 times. So if you do 2 3 times, 2 times 3 is 6. So I'll do a few from down below here, and then go to the other worksheet for the practice problems. So this one here, just like up above, you take 12 to the power of 3 times 12 to the power of 2, and just like you did up here, but you don't need to write out all of the numbers, you just know that it needs to be added together. 12 to the power of 3 plus 2 is 5. 7 is similar to that one. Number 8 is with division, so you would subtract to the power of 6 to the power of 2. 6 minus 2 would leave you with 4 here. So similarly down here, you just need to write them yourself. So you would see that this is multiply, so you would need to add 10 to the power of 4 plus 6. 4 plus 6, that would give you 10 to the power of 10. Remember, for number 11, this would be a power of 1. So you'd end up doing 5 to the power of 5 plus 1. This one, same thing. Just because there's 3, you still do it the same way. It would be 4 to the power of 5 plus 5 plus 1, and then plus 3. So you'd add those together. For 13, 14, and 15, these would all be subtraction. So like for number 14 here, 9 to the power of 5 minus, remember that's a 1 there, 9 to the power of 5 minus 1, 9 to the power of 4. And then there's a few powers to the powers down here at the bottom for 16, 17, 18. And it shows you how to do it here. So this one, 5 to the power of 3 times 4, because you do this 4 times. This one here at the end, you would need to figure out what you're multiplying together. You should be able to see that from up above and with these first 2 here. Okay, and then the other side of the worksheet, or the other worksheet, just has the practice problems. So you just go through it like you did on the front. So 10 to the power of 5 times 10 to the power of 7. Those are added together. 10 to the power of 12. So you do the same process. If it's multiply, you add the exponents. And remember, when you get down to division, like for number 9, this is subtraction. So it'd be 12 to the power of 9 minus 2, 12 to the power of 7. Then you get to the ones with the exponents to the power of. So this one here is a little trickier, but you should still be able to do this. So you're multiplying. So this would end up being negative 3 to the power of 5 times negative 1. So it's a little trickier, but you can use this as a parentheses here if you would like. So negative 3, remember, if it's a power to a power, you multiply these two. So it's negative 3 to the power of 5 times negative 1, which would be negative 3 to the power of negative 5. And just like for all these, you don't need to multiply them out or solve them. You're writing in exponential form.